for the radio. I'll be right back.
Good afternoon, I'm Brian Winnikins from the Dunn County Fair. Let's take a look at markets at the midday. Market prices are courtesy of our chart. Double-digit losses in the milk markets. August down 59 to 2008. September down 55 to 1977. October down 66 to 2008. November down 50 to 2040. Meanwhile, in the cheese markets today, they were lower once again. Barrels down 11 1/4 to 184 1/2. 40-pound blocks down 8 3/4 to 185. Pork trade a barrel, 2 trade a block on the day. Cash butter down 3 3/4 to 295 1/2. 3 trades on the day. Trading non-fat dry milk down 1 to 165 1/2. No trades. Dry whey down 1 to 44 1/2. No trades on the day. Cattle markets, meanwhile, continue to move mostly lower as strength in the grain markets continue to pressure live and feeder cattle markets today. Hog markets are moving mostly lower as well, with the exception of the nearby month. Again, continued strength in the cash markets and pork demand helping to support the nearby. August slot cattle down 55 cents to 136.25. October down 50 cents to 141.82. December down 32 cents to 147.85. August feeder cattle down $1.55 to 117.55. September down $1.37 to 180.47. October down $1.47 to 183. August hogs up 92 cents to 119.52. October up down 17 cents to 96.27. And December down 42 cents to 86.95. Chicago Board of Trade corn, soybeans are moving mostly higher. Again, the expectation of some dry and hot weather for the next few weeks, helping to support corn and beans. Also, export inspections report helping to support the markets. Wheat markets moving mostly higher. Recent export inspections report again also concerns about will Ukraine really be able to export grain from the Black Sea. September corn up 14 1/4 to 614 1/2. December up 15 to 618. March up 14 1/2 to 624 1/2. New crop 23 up 9 1/2 to 574. August beans up 24 1/4 to 1603. September up 31 1/2 to 1456. November up 30 3/4 to 1440 3/4. January up 31 1/2 to 1448. August soybean meal down 10 cents to 488.80. August soybean oil up 418 to 65.36. Chicago wheat September up 19 3/4 to 810. December up 19 1/2 to 828. March up 19 1/2 to 845. Minneapolis wheat September up 11 1/2 to 921 1/2. December up 11 1/4 to 933 1/4. March up 9 3/4 now to 844 3/4. Energy markets. September crude oil up 2 cents to 97.28. October up 7 cents to 95.36. August gas down 6 cents to 3.37. September down 4 cents to 3.11. And cash up and all steady at 2.49. That is markets at the midday. Join Chip Flory for a complete rundown of the markets and the news behind the market moves with hour number 2 of Edge Talk. That's this afternoon from 2 till 3 on WRBN and online at realcountry1430.com. Milk markets are lower from the Dunn County Fair on Brian Winnekins with this market update on WRGN. Market prices courtesy of our chart. August milk down 59 to 2008. September down 55 to 1977. October down 66 to 2008. November down 50 to 2040. Cattle markets mostly lower. Continued strength in the grain markets pressuring cattle today. Hog markets only higher in the nearby months due to increasing retail demand and the good calf markets as well. August slaughter cattle down 55 cents to 136.25. August feeder cattle down $1.55 to 177.55. August hogs up $1.12 to 119.72. Meanwhile, corn and soybeans moving mostly higher as expectations of hot, dry weather over the next few weeks in the forecast helping to support the markets along with a decent export inspections report. Wheat markets mostly higher. Continued concerns that Ukraine really won't be able to export grain out of the Black Sea region. Also that dry weather as well. September corn up 15.5 to 6.15 3/4. New crop 23 up 10.5 to 5.75. August beans up 25 3/4 to 16.04.5. And new crop up 31 3/4 to 14.41 3/4. Chicago wheat September up 21.25 to 8.11.5. December up 21.5 to 8.30. Minneapolis wheat September up 14.25 to 9.24.25. From the Dunn County Fair, I'm Brian Winnekins.
We are just finishing up our senior showmanship class here. I'm going to throw it out there once again. I did have one club come up and say, hey, we did sign up for club herd, but also said that if nobody else was interested in bringing a club herd back out, we would just skip it. So I'm going to throw that out there one more time. If you are interested in bringing out a club herd, they would have to be junior club herd. We don't have enough milking animals to have a senior club herd. But if you do want to show your club herd, please let us know over here. We'll get Judge Dato to take a look at those groups. But the other thing is, if you are going to show a club herd, you're going to have to get enough leadsmen, at least 5 people to lead your animals. So if I don't hear anything from anybody, I think we will, probably just bypass the club herd. But if you are really interested in showing, why don't you come on over here and let us know, and we'll certainly give you enough time to get a club herd out in the ring. Okay, I have news in the club herd department. We do have a group that wants to show a club herd. They've got it outside here, and I know that's Missouri Valley. So if anybody else is interested in butting heads against Missouri Valley here for junior club herd, if you want to get your animals over here, that would be great. Again, you might have show people out here, but if somebody from the club at least wants to pull out the animals, I know Missouri Valley is going to go, and if there's another group that wants to compete against them, by all means, bring your animals over here. It'd be 5 animals, and they'll all have to be non-milking animals. They'd be considered a junior club herd. So we are going to have at least 1 club herd, and if you want to bring another one out here, you are certainly welcome to do that. I want to compliment these young people in the senior showmanship division. I'm sure Judge Dato is going to talk about it too, but really good competition amongst these older show people. I tend to be kind of proud of them because usually they've been like through judging as juniors showed here at the fair year after year, and you can just see as they get to be, you know, sophomores, juniors, seniors in high school, how the quality level of the showmanship just keeps going up. So really nice job by our senior show people out here today.
And once we're done with the senior showmanship, we'll be stepping aside, and our next broadcast will be tomorrow, 9 o'clock, with the swine show.
I just heard Judge Dato explaining to some of our show people out here, and I noticed when these older kids switch halters, always take a look at the animal that you're showing. Some animals, if you get them too stretched out, their top lines might get a little bit weak, so you got to take a quick look at the animal and make sure that you know how you want to put the legs under those cattle, especially when you get them in line. If you get them too stretched out, sometimes their legs will hang back and their rear legs don't look as good. So you got to practice with your animal. And what I'd suggest as young people is have somebody else lead that animal, and then you look at it and make sure that as you stand at the side that the weight is evenly balanced on that animal, so that when you get out in the ring, you know where to position the feet. Because like Judge Dato has been telling these young people, you don't want to get them either too stretched out, or you don't want to get them with their feet too close together. You got to get them in that right position so that animal looks its straightest over the top line and that their rear legs look the best. So just a few tips for people, if you're going to take animals to the state fair, whatever, bring them out in the ring itself, get them used to the ring, make them walk slow through the fairgrounds. If you're taking them out to wash them, have them behave just as they would in the ring. Walk them out slowly to the wash rack, keep their head up, and do teach them to back up a few steps. I saw Judge Dato telling all of these exhibitors, back your animal up. So as you're working with them, make sure that that animal can maybe back up a few steps. It really comes in handy for switching rear feet, but just a few pointers. I'm sure Judge Dato will talk about this as he gives his reasons, but really excellent job by all these young people today.
Let's give a loud round of applause to our senior showman. quality from top to bottom, and honestly, it was small things that even put someone down into 5th, 6th, 7th place. But starting here at the top, first over second, really goes with the speed. How quickly our first young lady had her calf set up compared to our second. In addition to that, just a calf here in first that just has better head carriage, makes it easier for her top line to look straight. She doesn't get too stretched out in line. Both these first two young ladies had their heifers looking phenomenal as we got them into line. Second over third, some with knowledge and speed in setting up, some with head carriage, and just making sure that their animals are always looking their best. Third over fourth, our fourth place heifer likes to fall asleep a little bit in the ring, so gave the young man some tips on how to keep her more alert and attentive, help with keeping her head held a little bit higher. As we continue to work down the line, gave each of these young exhibitors some advice on what to do to take their exhibiting to the next level, but a great group of showmen from top to bottom. Dunn County should be proud.
And again, that's going to wrap up our coverage of the dairy show from the Dunn County Fair. And we'll have more coverage from the Dunn County Fair tomorrow morning, starting at 9 o'clock with the swine show from the Dunn County Fair. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. I'm Brian Winnikins for WRDN Radio. Have a great day.